Once I had added all of those, I added some more of the Milla stuff around all of these tentacles to fill them out, blending the material at the base of the tentacle to try and create as seamless a transition between the tentacle and the main body of the beholder. While working on this step of the process, it was very useful to have the wires and the armature be covered in green stuff and not in the Milla stuff, because the Milla stuff doesn't flex, and so having them covered in the green stuff means I can move them around, get them out of the way if I need to while I'm adding the main material for the tentacles. As you can see here, I also added one of the tentacles being kind of like it was recently chopped off in a battle or something like that, which I thought was an interesting kind of fun detail. The next step in the process was to add the teeth. So I roll out a bunch of little triangles, little cones of Milla stuff and start adding that in using one of my rubber tools and metal tools to press the material into shape and make sure it has a good solid bond to the gums of the mini. Here you can see the finished first layer of teeth. So I then go around and add the other two layers. Another way you can do teeth if you want to is by making all the teeth you're going to need beforehand and then letting them set and then gluing them in with super glue. Me personally, I am too lazy to make all the teeth and let them set and then put them in, so I've just decided to do this, partly because it helps me play around with the shape of the teeth and the kind of the curve of the teeth after they're in the mouth, and I can just kind of play around with them and edit them a little bit.